Good morning, MSJ. My name is Sahil Singh. I'll be introducing the freshmen running to be your 2021 to 2022 sophomore class officers. The final candidates will give speeches about their campaigns today. The speeches will be in the following order: Treasurer, Secretary, Vice President, and President. First off, we have Treasurer. Your Treasurer candidates are Katie Tang and Yuvraj Walia. Katie, please begin.
First off, I'd like to say that not only do I run the mile every week, but I'm also running to be your sophomore class treasurer. Hey guys, my name is Katie Tang, and I have the Katie hang of being an excellent class officer. After serving as your freshman class treasurer, I've learned a lot about how to represent the voice of our class. Even though I may not know how to disconnect from a Discord call, I love talking to people and I connect easily with others. You can always catch me conversing between classes or delivering snacks to fellow classmates in the middle of the night. I also work for various nonprofit organizations, each where I constantly learn new skills and challenge myself. I participate in various events both in and out of school. Some include homecoming, tutoring sessions, and sometimes even the occasional DARE fundraiser. Now, there are some things I want to focus on next year: class unity, feedback, and fundraising. Class unity. Whether this be through class bondings over Zoom or friendly competitions between classmates, I want to make sure that you have a sophomore year filled with tons of memories. Along with more events comes the feedback. To promote transparency between class officers and students, I plan to have feedback forms out every other month, as well as weekly updated checks and minutes on our website. Making sure that y'all are having fun is the most important thing, and your input will surely assist me in doing so. On to more treasurer-specific things. Focusing on fundraising for future events like homecoming and prom is super important. I plan to do this through business sponsorships, a variety of class merch, and class-wide fundraisers. I want to make sure that we can go all out and have a great time. This past year has been so great, and I can't wait to see the things we can accomplish together in the future. To see more of my ideas, make sure to check out my website or message me on my social media. If you want a sophomore year filled with tons of school spirit and fun, make sure to vote Katie Tang to be your sophomore class treasurer.
Thanks, Katie. Next up is Yuvraj.
Hi, I'm Yuvraj Walia, and I'm running to be your class of 2024 treasurer. Why? Because with your vote, we can improve MSJ together and have an amazing next year. There are 3 things that make me the ideal candidate. First is experience. I've been representing students for 4 years in student council, the principal advisory committee, and now as your freshman PFA representative. Second is fundraising. A treasurer has to manage the class budget and organize fundraisers, but I've got that covered. I co-founded a camp that raised $1,200 just over the summer, showcasing my ability to both manage money and make more of it. I had so many ideas for potential fundraisers, like a cooking challenge, raffles, rock, paper, scissors tournaments, or even a board game tournament. Third is what sets me apart. For example, my leadership qualities. I attended the Johns Hopkins Leadership Conference last year with guest speakers ranging from Nobel Prize winners to YouTube sensations. This background makes me great at working in teams and supervising effectively. Additionally, I have specific ideas related to the treasurer position. I want to allocate our budget in advance, just in case we have an online homecoming, and reach out to a wider variety of local businesses to involve all students rather than just boba shops. But enough about me. This election is really about the changes that you want to see. For example, there is little communication between officers and students. We can solve this with infographics that recap every meeting so that you will always be in the loop. I also want to create a feedback form where you can submit suggestions and concerns to actually have a voice in the decisions we make. Another issue is merchandise. There are a few options and it is very inaccessible. We need a website so you can order merch anytime, and we can also expand to laptop stickers, phone cases, class of 2024 merch for homecoming, anything you'd like. There are so many possibilities that next year is definitely going to be an adventure. In the end, all I hope is that you vote me, Yuvraj Walia, to be your sophomore treasurer and make some real change, pun intended. Thank you.
Thank you, Yuvraj. Next up, we have the secretary position. Your secretary candidates are Edwithi Arita and Niran Jagen. Edwithi, you can begin.
Hey, class of 2024. You're probably sick of seeing the same few faces and infographics while scrolling through your social media feed. Well, here are those faces on your screens, and it might surprise you to know that we can also talk. My name is Edwithi Arita, and I've got 2 minutes to explain exactly why I am the best candidate of being your sophomore secretary. I've served in a student government position for 6 years at 4 different schools, located in 2 different states. Even while working in many unique environments with a variety of different people, I've proven time and time again that I have the passion and dedication it takes to take up an officer role. You probably already knew that I was your freshman class secretary. I'd like to thank every single one of you for giving me that opportunity, and the experience and knowledge I gained will go directly into the future progress we make together. None of this would have been possible without all of you guys, and the feedback you gave last year has influenced all of my goals for next year. Keeping up the welfare of our class is my #1 priority, and I've split my goals into 3 categories: collaboration, transparency, and class unity. With collaboration, it is very important to know exactly how to work with other class officers, ASBOs, and companies and organizations outside of our class. By using the knowledge and know-how I gained last year, we can use methods such as periodic feedback forms, regular updates, and an optimized class website to make sure that you guys are all in the know and that we are able to communicate with everyone effectively. This, in turn, can lead to better planned events and more spirit within our class, something that is vital to our success. My time here is nearly up, and I'm a little bit sad to go. Remember that all of your voices are key, and by voting for me, you can be sure that your ideas will be heard. Make sure to check out my campaign website for a full rundown of my ideas, and message me if you have any questions. Vote Edwithi for sophomore class secretary.
Thanks, Edwithi. Next up is Niran.
Good morning, Warriors. I hope that all of you are doing really well today. My name is Niran Jagen, and before I start my speech, I would like to take a moment to thank the Elections Committee and to wish all the current candidates good luck in their campaigns. Due to distance learning, we aren't able to meet up and socialize like we used to do. That is why my campaign is designed to promote unity and togetherness in our community, because we can all come out stronger if we help each other out. Some of you may be asking why I'm running to be your sophomore class secretary. And the reason is that I want to bring some new topics and issues to light. So together with the other class officers and ASB officers, we can resolve these issues. Some of the issues I'm talking about include transparency, usage of platforms, and distance learning support. To increase transparency, we can use Discord as another primary communications channel and integrate custom-made bots into servers we create so that students can easily get information. Additionally, we can use YouTube to our advantage by creating a Class of 2024 YouTube channel where we can post content such as challenges, talents of our students, shorts, and funny content to help alleviate stress. To enhance the transparency between class officers and students, I will also ensure to create weekly or bi-weekly updates to ensure that you are in the know. Also, we can help provide resources and distance learning support to students with a program called the STEM Success Program. This program is dedicated to helping students get tutored in subjects that they need help in for free. However, the only downside of it is the outreach and the number of tutors. If elected, I will ensure that with the use of social media and communications platforms, we can help the program get outreach, meaning more tutors and more students will come, helping all of us together. In order to make all of these a reality, I'm counting on you to vote for Niran Jagen for your sophomore class secretary. That is Niran Jagen for sophomore class secretary. For more information about who I am, please feel free to contact me at Niran_Jagen on Instagram and check out my campaign sites, which are in my bio. Thank you.
Thanks, Niran. Next are your vice president candidates. Your vice president candidates are Sono and Malf Sarvasidi. Sana, you may begin.
Philosopher J.R. Scotty once said, "I never seen 2 vice presidents, always one of them gotta be Sana." Hi guys, I'm Sana Bardwaj, and I'm running to be your sophomore class vice president. Apart from the terrible cheesy joke I just made, and unfortunately will continue to make, I don't just want to win your vote, I want to earn it. So here's a couple reasons I think you guys should vote for me. First are my qualifications. I've been in ASB for over 6 years now, and I'm your current vice president. I have more experience than anyone else here. Additionally, I've been working with Congressman Ro Khanna for almost a year now, meaning I have real political campaign experience to apply to situations like these. Working with TUPE, School Site Council, Beyond Resolved, Middle Ground, and more are just bonuses. Now onto my riveting ideas. Have you ever wanted to tell the class officers something but can't because we're just so hot and intimidating? Well, I have a solution. No, seriously, feedback is a problem, and we feel like we don't know what you guys think sometimes. And I want to fix that through a Class of 24 feedback Facebook page, separate from the clutter of our normal Facebook page with an anonymous posting feature, so others can see your feedback too. Have you ever opened up Instagram and started cold sweating because of how hot everybody in our class is? Yeah, me too. So let's channel that energy into a Class of 24 fashion show. It'll be great for class unity, and come on, it's gonna be hilarious. These are just 2 of dozens of ideas I have to increase class unity next year. including a freshman-sophomore buddy-up initiative and Friday night Netflix parties. I can't say all my ideas now, but you can check out my website, tinyurl.com/Sana for Sophomore VP, or any social media I might have. So, we did it, Joe. Me talking about myself is over. So, where does this leave us? Here's a short haiku on why you should vote for me. Not to be confused with hit anime TV show Haikyuu. SB for VP. Always working for my folks. Please give me your vote. Thank you.
Thanks, Sono. Next up is Malf.
Greetings, freshmen. I'm going to get straight into the facts. We're still struggling as a school and as individuals. We're a dichotomy between stress and brilliance. We get nearly 4 hours less than recommended in sleep, and yet we're one of the highest scoring schools in California in terms of standardized testing. As a result, we're depressed, we're sleep deprived, and we're overworked. What's worse, this problem has no obvious solution. Further time spent idle equates to more time spent stressing by students. The answer lies within further advocacy for mental health. We employ options such as peer resource as well as having numerous available counselors, both of which have shown promising results. Despite this progress, we can't just stop at that. We have to continue to raise awareness pertaining to mental health and stress through further advocacy and campaigning. In addition to this, we need to increase our online presence. Strengthening communication between faculty, parents, and students is of greater importance now than ever. Students are often remain uninformed about events, and parents are left out of the loop, resulting in a general disconnect. In order to combat this, we need to be proactive in terms of making information easily accessible and available. In terms of my experience, I possess qualities which set me apart from the opposition. I beat this in the ground a lot, but I have been volunteering for the Red Cross for a while now. This has granted me experience working in a professional, deadline-oriented environment. Additionally, because of my volunteer work, I've experience with working with people of all backgrounds, many of whom were in a vulnerable state. Additionally, I received certifications from Duke University for courses in political science and constitutional law. Through this, I've learned what it takes to govern a society and heal it into a state of thriving. And are we not a microcosm of a society in our own right? To close it off, my campaign is funded on the ideals of taking care of the student on the individual level in order to further unify us and create a more perfect school as a whole. I beseech you, make the right decision in your vote, and I thank you for your time.
Thanks, Malhar. Last but not least, we have the president. Your presidential candidate is Amanda Tang. Amanda, please begin.
Good morning, everyone. To start off, I hope that everyone is doing well amidst this pandemic. It is so crazy to think what was supposed to be an extended spring break became a year-long quarantine journey that was started with getting fit with Chloe Ting to binge eating on our beds during online Zoom. 4 years ago, I stood before my fidgeting classmates, giving my first ever campaign speech that was obviously hilarious and Harry Potter related to convince a bunch of 10-year-olds to vote for me. Now I sit in front of my computer with piles of foods and drinks hidden from my Zoom camera's view, giving a campaign speech to convince a bunch of angsty teens to vote for me. So crazy how much my life has changed for the better. You might be wondering, why exactly you should vote for me and what sets me apart from my competition? In terms of qualification, I've been heavily involved in the student council and student leadership for the past 5 years. Although I lost my first ever campaign to be a student representative, as a 9-year-old, I still decided that being able to serve and represent the student body is far more important than my 4th grade ego. As cheesy as it sounds, the years being Gomes Elementary Vice President and President, Hopkins President, and current freshman class president have taught me so much when it comes to collaborating with different individuals, hosting spirit events, creating fundraisers, representing the student body, and more. My priority has and always will be efficiency, whether it be communicating or organizing in an efficient manner. We have already implemented many of the color-coded organization ideas in the past year, and I hope we can keep on using these along with some new ideas such as group chats organized by classes, Class of 2024 only Facebook group, color-coded Google Drive folders, and more next year. I understand that many of you must be disappointed that this isn't the typical cringy Amanda acting campaign video, but I hope you were able to learn a little bit more about my campaign. Remember, don't abstain, vote for Amanda Tang. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amanda. This concludes the final candidate speeches. Please give a huge virtual round of applause to all of our candidates who spoke here today. And thank you to all of you who tuned in today. Freshmen, just a reminder, final voting will be on Wednesday, March 10th from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. So make sure you vote because your voice counts. You can find the voting information on Instagram and Loop Mail. Thank you for coming and have a great day here at MSJ.
I